Hey, how's it going? I'm Matt, and today we are looking at some free plugins. This company, Freakshow Industries, these are a couple of plugins that you can pay for them, but you can also get them for free. They will allow a free download, and they are disgusting, and they destroy a sound source, and it's fun. We're going to check it out. So the ones that are available, you got Pocket Dimension, the Time Hole, MISHBY, Tape Abomination, Backmask, the Chaotic Reverser, and the Dumpster Fire. And soon they will have Dick Smasher, Weaponized Distortion. Awesome names. I can't wait to hear what Dick Smasher sounds like. If you want to get these plugins, you just click on the plugin you want and you see a picture of it. They're crazy looking. They're also crazy sounding. We'll get to that. And you can buy or steal, which is what I did. You can also choose your price. They allow you to kind of pay a little less and be cool, as it says. Or you can explain why you want to choose your life of crime, and you can steal the plugin. Which is not really stealing because they give it away, but it makes you feel like you're doing something fun and cool. All right, anyways. Cool-ass company, cool-ass plugins. Let's listen to them. I have a sample pulled up in Ableton already. This is from my Bird Pack 2 sample pack, if you want to check that out. Shameless plug, sorry about that. So here is our unaffected sample. Wow, isn't that nice? I wonder who recorded that. First thing we're gonna try. Freakshow Industries, Backmask. Is that what it's called, right? Backmask, yes, that's what it's called. Okay, this thing does some like crazy reversing effects on different intervals depending on how you set this unsafe knob. So let's click around and find out. Lots of fun. Down here you have a blend knob, so you can kind of go between the affected signal and the unaffected signal. Now we can change our interval here with this unsafe knob, like how quickly, or the time division that it's doing these reverse kind of effects on. And they have these different parameters up here that I don't understand, but they change things. And so, yeah, you can kind of pick between these two different things. I really don't understand what they do. And maybe that's because I'm dumb, or maybe that's just because they make it intentionally confusing so that you have to listen. When you have either of these top two options selected on the left side here, you can't use this knob. The plugin gives you the finger for it, but you can drop down to this last one that says amp backwards, and then you are allowed to dial this in. So yeah, crazy stuff. I don't quite understand. This, when it's all the way up, it's kind of blend knob-y in that it's unaffected. If you pick the top or bottom on the left side, you can also have or multiply by 2 the time intervals. You can double it, or you can just keep it on the regular amount. Or the regular time intervals, but you can also divide them in half and go faster, or cut it in half, or multiply by 2 and go slower. If you hit this hold button, it will just stay on the piece that's being reversed and looped. And then there's also a button here. Not exactly sure what that's doing because I hear it like shift, and so I don't quite understand what's going on there. I'm just gonna click around a little more and just show you what this thing can do to kind of destroy your signal with these reverse effects. And bypassed. And then we put it back on. So yeah, that's the Backmask from Freakshow Industries. Let's get on to the next one. We are now looking at Dumpster Fire from Freakshow Industries, and we are still listening to the same sample from one of my sample packs. This one is very hard to explain, so let's just listen to it. So by default, your signal is unaffected. Then let's dial in this big knob in the middle. So this creepy button here with the teeth is doing some type of pitch shift and like weird filtering with a very creepy resonance thing happening. I'm not getting very good technical descriptions on these plugins because, I don't know, you tell me what it does. It sounds weird. It sounds cool. Let's keep going. So those drum transients are still kind of getting through, and you hear the drums, but super pitched down, and all the melodic stuff is just somewhere else. Now we're dialing in this knob on the left. So this seems to be moving around kind of where that like ringy filter is, I think. Like frequency wise, it's moving around that ringy filter. We're just gonna crank this guy up all the way. Pull it back. So you could definitely do a lot of like cool automation stuff with this guy here. Let's bring in the other knob. This knob on the right is putting all of the effects through some kind of creepy delay. So I'm going to reset the main knob here, and then we're going to start dialing in the delay here. Okay, so it's definitely more than just a delay. It's doing some more kind of modulation stuff to the signal, and it sounds ridiculous. It's really like collapsing into madness. And then we have these two knobs up here, which I think affect the delay. And we have more affecting up here. It's really hard to tell what these are doing. I think they're adjusting some parameter on this, but again, like I don't even really fully understand what I'm doing to the signal over here. So to like adjust it finer, it's real just guesswork, and you feel it out, see what works. So I think it could be really cool for some like automation stuff. So like if we start with just our unaffected signal, and then we'll kick it in and just start like dragging it down. So if you wanted to do some kind of like crazy, almost like a tape stop effect, but differently and a little more disgusting and evil, dumpster fire. Throw it in a dumpster, light it on fire. Dumpster fire from Freakshow Industries. Check it out. Another plugin here from Freakshow Industries that is, again, free. Free. It's a free plugin. MISHBY. Right? MISHBY. Maybe it stands for something. It's all in caps. And this one's kind of like a lo-fi tape plugin. From a production standpoint and the way I work, this one is the most usable of these plugins. The other ones are kind of something I would automate to just destroy a signal. This is actually something I might use. So yeah, let's check it out. Tape emulation. Okay, so we have the quality of our tape. And it's got a kind of low frequency or a high frequency roll off going on with that as well. As you turn to the left. But there's some like warble going on, so maybe let me turn. Yeah, okay. So we have everything down all the way except for quality. So the quality knob seems to be a high frequency roll off. And then you have your distortion and your noise. The sound is just some old, dusty, shitty tape. So that you have this knob over here, which will destroy this image. Let's see what it does to the sound. So this is a pitch shifter. It's pulling the pitch down as you go, and it's also just making it gross. So that's in line with this company's other plugins, and I love it. It's like a glitchy kind of pitch shift. I like it a lot. This knob down here is a somewhat of like a bit crusher. We're getting into the desync section here, and the desync is the modulation, kind of chorusy effects like that. So you have your delta, which is the depth indicated by this beautiful rainbow, and the rate, which is the speed of that effect, which is shown by the unicorn. Of course, obvious visuals for those sounds. Now you also have these low, mids, and highs, which you can kind of push into the effect, I think. You can take this EQ-ish section and kind of push what's being affected. So you can have your lows more affected by that, or your mids more affected by that. And that's just going into that desync parameter. So that's really cool. Gonna zero those back out. And we're gonna go into You have this next to nice here. You have no or maybe. This gets into the wacky part that is tough to use for me. It is delay kind of, this gets into like weird delay effects. You have your length, the time, you know, at which it's delaying, the probability of those delays happening. Center. It's almost like there's a filter moving around on the delay. And then you have your spatial width. That's almost kind of working like a mix knob, because all the way over to the left it's not happening, and then over to the right it's getting too crazy. So this is the MISHBY from Freakshow Effects. You can use it to turn your signal from this into this. And the final plugin that we have today here from Freakshow Industries is the Pocket Dimension. It is this glitching out, creepy image generator thing that is in the middle of my screen. And what this does is there's this graph here in the center. That's what this image is. It's a graph. It's an XY graph. And you set the parameters of that graph with these different knobs. And then as you press on it, as you click on it and it zooms in, it's kind of pulling into that effect. And then as you let go of the mouse, it pulls back out to your unaffected signal. And you determine the speed of that with these attack and release knobs. It gets crazy. You can move it around while you're on there too. So absolutely ridiculous. So let's just turn everything all the way up on here, the void, dose, and secret knobs, and just sweep around. There's also a modulation knob here. And I guess you can set different types of modulation. And again, you have your rate and depth. And then you can turn that on and off with this button here. So what you can also do with these knobs is you can set them to each axis. So if you want, it makes it their full range from left to right or top to bottom. And what you're doing is you're saying more dose as you go along the x-axis, or more secret as you go along the x-axis or y-axis. And it's hard to tell what those things actually do, but that's what you'll get. So let's turn them all the way off. We have, let's see, take everything down except for secret, and then we'll go along the x-axis and see what changes. That's a lot of fun. Let's put everything on the x-axis and see what happens. I have no idea what I would use this for. I think, again, I would automate, just like a lot of their other plugins, I would automate this just to like collapse a thing. So like maybe on an outro or a transition or something, if I wanted to have some crazy way to kind of come in or out of a sound or a part of a song or something like that, you could take the song and then just press into this and just throw it down the drain. So you let it play for a little bit, right? And then just... Why go to the usual tape stop, slow down, verify type effects? Everyone's heard those. I don't know, they're not played out because they sound great. I use them all the time, but this is a new option to do something like that. So that's a use case, at least for me. Other than that, I don't tend to make the kinds of music that I want to destroy signals like this, but this thing's a lot of fun. Pocket Dimension from Freakshow Industries. It's a free plugin. It's a free plugin. It's a free plugin. Those are the current offerings from Freakshow Industries. These are the plugins that I got. They're awesome. They make crazy stuff. I am in no way affiliated with them. I have not talked to them. I just saw that they were free plugins and I downloaded them and I made this video. Get them for free or pay for them if you can, because it's a small company probably. So check it out. Freakshow Industries, Backmask, Dumpster Fire, MISHBY, Pocket Dimension. Fuck up your sounds. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the buttons. You know how it works. I'm sorry I have to ask, but I make content that's like this. If you want more, you know where to find it. Thank you.